So managers, in my opinion, get incredibly paranoid. They think everybody's against them and they become quite insecure. That's the nature of even the big ones. So if you go and ask them, what the hell were you doing last night? Now, they won't ask them in that way. If Jason Wilcox has said, Ruben, why did you change? Why did you go back to that system? It's what 75,000 people were saying in the stadium. It's what we were all saying. He's got to be able to handle that.
That's part of your manager's job. That's managing upwards.
Yeah.
And give it an explanation why you're playing that system.
But managers are difficult to deal with as well from a point of view of when you're trying to ask him for an explanation as to why you made that substitution or why you made, what we're doing next week and why did you give him a day off? Why did you give him 2 days off? That's a big one.
Should that be questioned though, or should it be the manager's role?
Good point, Jill.
Sorry,
that's the balancing act.
Absolutely, it should be questioned. In every other business, Jill. Honestly, it's mad football. Managers are not this protected species that can just sit there and do whatever they want in a football club, right? They have to be held to account. You employ a manager to handle hundreds of millions
you employ a manager to make decisions why you to give him a day off. And then you've got to ask him why you're giving him a day off. Because you're working with the group. Pep gave City players 3 days off last week over Christmas.
But right, if there's patterns of poor performance and results, you have to say, why are you keeping doing this? You have to be able to say to someone, if in the business, any business, we would basically sort of had a manager there that was not delivering performance or, sales weren't going through in a restaurant, as an example, you'd go to the chef and say, Chef, we're not selling any of them. Why we keep buying them? You'd say it to them. Now, you might have a row, but it'd be normal.
Does it work the other way, though? If they do give them days off and it's successful, they go in and they're like, well done, do you know what I mean?
There might be unreasonable owners, but owners ordinarily only get pissed off on a number of things. One is disrespecting an asset that's cost a lot of money and devaluing those assets, and sometimes managers do that. The other is performances being poor and fans not being engaged and being upset, and the other is results. They're the things that usually piss an